everybody, Cindy A. Lewis here. Welcome. I am so glad you're here today. And this is my sister Kathy, and she's joining us today for crafting therapy. And crafting therapy is one of those times where you just have a good time, you craft, you get away from everything, you break your routine, and just enjoy crafting. And I hope that I can provide some inspiration to you. So what we're going to do today is Kathy had a bunch of questions about crafting, and so we're just going to do some crafting supplies 101, and whatever questions she asks, we're going to practice it and see what's the best way to do it. So Kathy, you ready?
I'm ready.
You're ready. Okay, well, here we go. I'm going to switch the camera. All right. So my sister had a question about glue. So what was your question, Kathy?
I go to the store and there's so many different kinds of glue. I don't know what I need for my project or even what the differences are in the kind of glue. So can you tell me a little bit about glue?
Yes. So there are many different kinds of glue, but we're going to talk about two different kinds mainly. My favorite glue is an alcohol-based glue, which is this Kalau glue right here. And I buy this from Crafter's Companion, but you can buy like a Fabri-Tac type glue here. And alcohol just means that it's gonna give you a really good bond with your paper to paper, but it is not going to give you that look of, you know how sometimes when you glue something down it kind of looks like it's bumpy. Okay, that is usually using a water-based glue. Now tacky glue is a water-based glue. This is Aleene's, but just about any tacky glue.
Because it looks like Elmer's glue, like when you glue Elmer's glue and it looks all wet and bumpy.
Yeah, so let's just...
Yeah, I've used this and I've used this, but
Okay.
I've never used
All right, so Kathy's using the Tombow Mono Aqua Liquid Glue, and she's going to adhere her page with that. And I can already feel, I didn't overdo the glue though, but if you look at it, you can feel it and you can tell that it's soaking into the paper.
Like that?
Mm-hmm. And we'll set it aside. Okay, so that one, I'm gonna just put a W on the back, just so I know it's for the water-based glue. And see how it's already bubbling? It's kind of bowing a bit because the water base is adhering to it, but it's got that water in it, so it's soaking into that paper. So let's do this next one. So go ahead and we're just going to tear another piece with our card with our, just to get so that we can kind of see what it's like. I'm just going to tear this down this way. Okay. And then I'm going to take the Kalau glue, which again is the alcohol based. I'm just going to spread it over it edge to edge. And I'm just going to put this on here. And spread.
Now, do you use less glue when it's alcohol-based glue, or the same amount of glue?
Use the same amount of glue. It just adheres differently.
What about, you know, odor or ventilation or anything like that with these different glues?
So
and how fast does it set up? Looks like it's setting up very
so
quickly.
this alcohol-based glue will set up pretty fast. You don't have a lot of leeway time. Okay. With a tacky glue,
it's already done.
Yes, it sets up really fast. Not like Elmer glue days.
Yeah, I can't move this at all now. That's good to know.
It is good to know. One thing with it is it will stay flat. It won't soak in, but it will give you that nice bond.
Yeah, I can tell a difference already.
Yeah.
This one is still flat.
So let me just put, so you can tell that is bowed already. Now there's nothing wrong with it, but if you feel it, Kathy, it feels kind of damp.
Yeah, it's wet. Where this one is stiff, flat, And it dried almost immediately.
Yeah. Now this one, I didn't use as much glue, but I can feel it in the card itself.
I can see wrinkles.
So I'm just going to use this one. You use the Tombow, right? So I'm just going to use this other tacky glue. My other one was kind of thick. It needs a little bit. So I'm just going to put this one on here so we can see the difference.
So it's like adult Elmer glue.
Adult Elmer glue, yeah, similar. But you can start to feel it also when it's adhering. You can feel it underneath there. Plus, with a tacky glue, see how it's bowing already? This one never bowed. It's just flat. Now, this glue does give you more time, and if you want it tackier, you let it set up a few seconds before you actually put whatever you want to bond it to on.
Okay.
So you can do that.
But, however, what if I want to put multiple layers of items glued to this card that's already kind of compromised by this water-based glue?
You can still do it, but like for matting and layering like you're talking about, I prefer the alcohol base. But that's just how that works. I mean, it's just interesting how it bonds the papers together. And then you get that wrinkly effect as well. You can see it on there. Now, one thing too, if you took a paintbrush maybe and smeared it or used your finger, you might not have as many little rumples, but it will continue to do that as it dries and bonds to that paper. So that's glue. Now you had a question about washi tape. So here's some washi tape that I had sitting on my desk here, my table. And my sister's, well, this is interesting tape. What is this tape? I clearly haven't spent enough crafting time with her.
Not enough time, right.
But washi tape is really fun, and I have a lot of different washi tapes. But these are, washi is a paper-based tape that you can tear. That's repositionable. So I could lay it here, and then I could remove it. And if I wanted to make sure it stuck, like my fingers. Oh, this one's wanting to stick. There we go. You can remove it. It's removable, and you use it to, for instance, provide a decoration, you could do a border, anything that you wanted to do with your project. Now there is pet tape, and I'll get some of that here in just a minute. Pet tape is really pretty. It's plastic based, and it must be cut, but it's a different look.
Okay.
So if you want to take some washi, maybe on this one, because this one's pretty much dry already, and then you can just put it on the edges of your card. Let's just put it, I'm just going to do this way. And it just makes a cute design, and it's good for adding just some kind of decoration piece to it, you know. And there's different designs. For instance, if you enjoy vintage, then there's a lot of different designs. If you enjoy just about anything, there's going to be that theme in washi tape. So pretty fun to play with. Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you.
You can use them on any paper crafts. You can put them in journals. You can put them on cards. You can put them in your planner. Anything. But washi is really fun. Do you have any other questions about washi?
No, I think that answered it. Thank you.
Okay, let me show you pet tape. So pet tape is different than washi in that it has a plastic background, and you cut out the piece that you want. So this is pretty with this bird. So I'm just going to cut out a piece with the bird. Now, pet tape The easiest way to get the backing off is with your finger or with maybe a piece of tape, something like that. Am I recording? Yeah. And see how it comes off. And then when you apply it, it just gives it a completely, almost a different look because it's almost invisible, but you can't see the background.
So the real trick to pet tape is learning how to take the backing
The
off.
backing, yes. And I have to thank Vicky on Instagram for showing me. So,
Yeah,
the trick is using your finger and just rubbing it. Yeah.
Until it separates.
And it will separate. There it is. That's the trick. Now, with that, because I told her I've been trying with my pokey tool and everything, and she says no, just keep rubbing it. And I also had someone tell me that you can also use like a tape to pull it off, but I haven't tried that. This has worked for me, but it adds such a really cool look to whatever you're creating. Look at that. And then you can trim whatever off. See how pretty that is?
Yeah, it is. Very nice. Now, it will stay adhered without any further glue or anything.
No more glue.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
So my sister asked me about pockets. Pockets range so many different ways that you can make any kind of pocket. You know, there's just so many ways. But we're going to make a floating pocket. It's really easy.
Okay.
And it doesn't require any glue.
Okay. Even better.
So we're going to just take a piece of dictionary page out of that book I've been using forever. And we're going to fold it in half, just like this. Increase that. And then flip it around. And on the part that has 2 pages, not the creased side, you're going to fold it over about a 1/2 inch. And all right, so now that we have it like this, we're going to take the side that has the fold and we're going to pull it in a triangle to the center of the page. So, okay, and flatten that out. And then you're going to take this triangle and you're going to put it underneath that lid there. And you've just made a floating pocket.
Oh. Very nice.
And they call it a floating pocket because it's a pocket that doesn't have to be attached to a page to be a pocket. So there could be other pockets like that. So here you go. You have this pocket here, and then you have this pocket here. So you could put a journaling card in here, and a tag, and just decorate it up.
That's very easy. And it's not going to just come apart.
Correct. And it's not going to come apart, and it doesn't require any glue.
Thank you. That was great.
Yes. Let me show you one more pocket, and we'll talk about using a hole punch to make a thumb hole. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our page and we're going to fold it almost to the top, but not all the way. Okay. So that's going to be where our pocket is. So what I want to do is I want to open it back up. Here, let's do this first. Take this side, flip it back, and fold this over. Just trying to think. What's the best? Okay, so now this is going to end up being a pocket, right? But before we seal anything, we want to take a hole punch. We're not going to, a circle punch, and we're not going to punch the whole circle. We're just going to punch like a little half circle on here. So there's one right there. We'll just use that one that's sitting on the desk. So this is a big one, but that's okay. So we're just going to slide it in here. Let me see if I can show you. We're just going to slide it in there like halfway up and punch that out. And then when we close it, we've got that thumb hole there. So why don't you go ahead and do yours. And then we're going to do one more fold on this one.
Okay, show me how to do it.
Okay, hold it this way so you can see it.
See. And am I doing just the top page? Or?
Yeah, just the top page.
Okay.
Okay, and then you slide it in there, however deep you want. Is that good?
Yeah.
Then you just punch it out.
Okay.
And then you have your hole, thumb hole. All right, so fold this over, put your tab back over. Now you're gonna take this at the bottom and you're gonna fold it up. All right, so that's gonna end up being your pocket like that. So let's glue it together. Which glue would you like to use?
I don't know.
The water-based glue or the alcohol-based glue?
Alcohol.
All right, so what we want to do is we're going to take our glue and we're going to put glue right here on this little tab side. Fold that down and then glue that over. Okay, then we're going to take glue here at the bottom. I'm waiting for you.
So fold this one over first. Now do my bottom.
And then do the bottom and just fold it up. And then this is going to be your pocket that you put inside your journal.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't look as pretty as yours.
Well, you can snip it too.
Oh, let's snip it then.
And get it
Okay.
even.
That was what was bothering my sense of symmetry.
There you go.
Very nice. And so this glue really does last, huh?
Yes. Yep. Forever. All right. What's your next question, Kathy?
Well, let's talk about punching with these
The circle
wonderful
punch?
devices. Yes.
Yeah, so there's many circle punches. So why don't I get you to get those out? Sorry, earthquake with Hondo walking by. Thanks so much for watching. This concludes part 1 of crafting with my sister on these crafting basics. But stay tuned for part 2 coming soon, and have a great day.